Hey, Hound Dogs, I'm David Hankins,
And I'm Paul Hankins.
and welcome to a week in Power Squared. This week we wanted to talk a little bit about our new colorist,
Yes.
Julia Cannon, who I guess really started working in the last week or so
Yeah.
on the comic book. Very happy to have her. One of the things that she's doing that we think is pretty interesting, want to pass on to people, is that she Twitch streams while she's working on the comic book.
Yes.
It's not the only thing that she Twitch streams about, but it's pretty cool to watch somebody to go through the process that they're doing.
Yeah.
And she's done 2 of those, and I've watched a couple hours of them.
Yeah.
And it's sort of fascinating, and at the same time, you kind of I feel like I'm spying on her in a way, and I don't mean to be, but she knows I'm there, so it's not like I'm totally spying, but it just seems like I'm kind of looking over her shoulder.
Yeah.
It was interesting last night's Twitch stream. She actually asked a question that we were able to answer for her.
Yeah.
So it's very interactive. I don't know if you've ever watched a Twitch stream before. At least in her case, there's a chat room and people leave messages and she reacts to those. And then a lot of times it's people that she knows that are watching it. But we're trying to expand her audience.
Yeah.
It'd be great again if it was 2 hours of Power Squared, but she has other topics that she talks about while she's doing the artwork, and they include what the music that's playing and games she plays, and
Yeah.
whatever else people want to talk about. So it's kind of interesting, and it's really kind of, for me, it was really cool to watch like the images, and I think that's what's on the thumbnail. You can watch how the image progresses as she's coloring it,
Yeah.
and so it's interesting. I don't know if you want to spend 2 hours watching it like I did, but it is interesting, and we encourage people to follow her.
Twitch.tv/Blythe_POV. Put the link on the screen and in the description.
And if you subscribe, then you'll know the next time she puts one up, and you can watch.
Yeah.
It was again very fascinating for me.
Yeah.
And I encourage others to do it as well. Wanted to talk about the actual comic book itself. Rachel sent us pencils for 4 pages this week.
Yeah.
The last 4 pages of issue 13, which is the Imposter Part 1, as well as the cover.
Yeah.
And so we're wrapping up her part of issue 13. Julia is starting her work on issue 13.
Yeah.
It used to be, and we're not blaming anybody. It used to be a little tighter where it was like Rachel would do her pages, and then the next month Nina would do the coloring and send them on to Trevor. So we're kind of like a 1, 2, 3 month kind of thing going. And I think now we're a little more, it's not quite as the same 8 pages are not going to be done in that kind of order.
Right.
A little more time in between, but that's fine. That's kind of how things work.
Yeah.
But we still have 4 issues that are ready to go. It's just, I guess I just want to note it as something we might talk about here on the channel.
Right.
One of the things that Rachel did for me was to draw a avatar icon of myself that I put up on our website, powersquaredcomicbook.com. We wanted to sort of change the look a little bit, kind of keep it fresh. And one of the things we have a new person on the creative team, and we wanted to sort of change it up a little bit, so we added icons of everybody.
Yeah.
Yours and Trevor's are taken from the comic book. Rachel had her own that we were using. Julia had her own. And then there's me, and I could basically draw a little stick figure of me. But it would be quite the same thing. So Rachel took on, it was kind of challenging to have to make me look good. And she, I think, did a nice drawing.
Yeah.
We'd like to hear what you think of it. If you want to go to powersquaredcomicbook.com/creative team, you can see the icon, and you can leave us a comment or write to us at info@powersquaredcomicbook.com. We just want to hear what you think about it.
Yeah.
I've never had one before, so it's kind of exciting for me. We also want to talk about the signing that we're doing. I'll remind everybody, on March 14th, we will be at Golden Apple in Hollywood.
Yes.
On Melrose Avenue from 1 to 3, signing issues of Power Squared.
Yes.
So you'd sign anything else. But it'd be issues 1 through 8, the ones that are out. And we have a supply. And we have stickers and magnets. And we also hopefully will have these trading cards that we designed, especially for the occasion.
Yeah.
And we hope people will come out, meet and greet, buy, sign.
Yeah.
And if you're not a member, sign up for the mailing list while
Yeah.
you're there. Hopefully, we'll see you there. One of the things that we did in prep for the signing is we did a podcast. We do a podcast every Friday night that shows up on Podbean and on Apple Podcasts. And we talked this week about kind of prepping for a signing.
Yeah.
The things that we think we need or you need if you're doing one, you should have.
Yes, including some personal experience.
Right. Yes, because we have done now 2. Like we come off as we did 1 Kickstarter. We talked about that.
We also have been to other signings.
Yes, we have been, and we do talk about that as well.
Yes.
Sort of some dirt on Comic-Con or people at Comic-Con, not Comic-Con itself. But we encourage you to check out our podcast, which is On the Air with Power Squared.
Link in the description.
And you can also find it on powersquaredcomicbook.com/join. There's a link to the Apple and to the Podbean casts. So we encourage you to check that out as well. One thing we wanted to mention here was we hope everyone who supported the Kickstarter has received their rewards.
Yeah.
We found a couple of people have told us, somebody in January and somebody in February, I actually on Monday, said they haven't received my stuff. And we had thought everything had gone out a long time ago. And those situations have been rectified. The first person has received her issues, and the person that told us on Monday, those are on the way to her now. And so she should have those next week. But if there's somebody else out there, this is the time to let us know.
Yeah.
Because it's been a couple of months. So if you think you should have gotten something and you haven't, please write to us at info@powersquaredcomicbook.com and let us know.
So if you like this video, leave a like, hit subscribe if you want to see more, ring the notification bell so you can actually see when these go out. Leave a comment if you have any opinions on how we can improve this channel, including ideas for topics for future videos, and share if you think there's anyone else who might like these.
Yes, please share. So until next week, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
And this has been a week in Power Squared.